The world is transfixed on you as the potential next president of the United States, and we're looking to see what you do. You show up with Tim Walz by your side? Really?
Been to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please. That's it? That's it.
And you ain't black.
Next question, please. That's it? That's it.
And you ain't black.
Next question, please. That's it? That's it.
And you ain't black.
Next question, please.
President Donald Trump agreed to 3 debates. Will you be participating in all 3?
I've always been on record. I am looking forward to debating Donald Trump, and we have a date of September 10th. I hear he's finally committed to it. I'm looking forward.
What about the other 2?
Let's make sure
Good one.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Billy, and you're watching Disputes. In today's video, we're diving into the question of whether Kamala Harris is truly afraid to debate Donald Trump. With her calls to ban him from social media and her hesitance to engage directly with his rhetoric, some are questioning if the vice president is avoiding a head-to-head showdown. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
He frankly his Twitter account should be suspended. He is irresponsible with his words in a way that could result in harm to other people. And so the privilege of using those words in that way should probably be taken from him. Should probably be taken from him. Should probably be taken from him.
he has lost his privileges, and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
I know you wrote to Twitter and the CEO, Jack Dorsey, and asked him to take away the president's Twitter handle, his account. How is that not a violation of free speech? I mean, the president has the same rights that you have, that I have, and how would that not just be a slippery slope? Or
I've heard that argument, but here's the thing, Jake. First of all, a corporation, which is what Twitter is, it does not have it has obligations, and in this case, Twitter has terms of use policy. And their terms of use dictate who receives the privilege of speaking on that platform and who does not. And Donald Trump has clearly violated the terms of use, and there should be a consequence for that. And there should be a consequence for that, not to mention the fact that he has used his platform.
Harris's stance can be seen as an attempt to curb what she views as dangerous and divisive communication. But it also suggests a fear that Trump's unfiltered access to social media could undermine her political efforts and sway public opinion in his favor. Now, let's explore Stephen A. Smith's sharp critique of Vice President Kamala Harris for bringing Minnesota Governor Tim Walz along for her recent interview.
The world is transfixed on you as the potential next president of the United States, and we're looking to see what you do. You show up with Tim Walz by your side? Really? Really? You know we were looking for you. You know we wanted to hear from you. No disrespect to him whatsoever, but ain't nobody, how many times you gonna hear that he's a school teacher and a former coach? That he gets you? How many times? We know this already. We got it. You want to talk to us about the state of affairs in Minnesota? You want to talk to us about it being one of the highest tax states in the republic? You want to talk to us about whatever crime is going on there? What your positions were during the riots, et cetera, et cetera? I'm down with you. I got it. But there's millions of people who disagree. If you want to go that route, no. Nobody cared. You know why? They want to hear from her. And why do they want to hear from her? Because when she was the vice president, you never heard.
Smith, known for his candid opinions, questioned why Harris chose to share the spotlight instead of handling the interview solo. Is this a sign of a lack of confidence, or was there a strategic reason behind it? Stephen doesn't seem to approve of Kamala bringing a chaperone for her interview. Kamala Harris recently spoke about her commitment to helping the middle class, despite policies under her administration that have arguably contributed to its struggles. She emphasized the importance of addressing the country's issues and laid out her vision for how she would fix them if elected. Let's take a look.
My highest priorities is to do what we can to support and strengthen the middle class. When I look at the aspirations, the goals, the ambitions of the American people, I think that people are ready for a new way forward, in a way that generations of Americans have been fueled by hope and by optimism. I think, sadly, in the last decade, we have had in the former president someone who has really been pushing an agenda and an environment that is about diminishing the character and the strength of who we are as Americans.
Why hasn't she already made significant progress on these issues while serving as vice president? Harris's rhetoric seems disconnected from her current role in office, leading to skepticism about whether her promises are more about political positioning than real solutions. Maybe it's time for Kamala to seek help from a much more experienced Joe Biden. Much like Kamala Harris, Biden has a track record of shifting policies that have raised eyebrows among both supporters and critics. Over the years, Biden's stances on key issues such as criminal justice, immigration, and health care have evolved, often reflecting the changing political landscape rather than a consistent set of principles.
No new fracking. We are going to get rid of fossil fuels.
Well, like what about, say, stopping fracking and stopping pipe?
Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated. I guarantee you, we're going to end fossil fuel, and I am not going to cooperate. No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill, period. Ends. Number one.
3 consecutive American presidents have enjoyed stints of explosive economic growth due to a boom in oil and natural gas production. As president, would you be willing to sacrifice some of that growth, even knowing potentially that it could displace thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of blue-collar workers in the interest of transitioning to that greener economy?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. No new fracking.
Both Biden and Harris's changing policies raise important questions about their leadership. Are these shifts a sign of political pragmatism, or do they suggest a lack of conviction? As they navigate the complex dynamics of modern American politics, their ability to balance consistency with adaptability will continue to shape public perception. Kamala Harris might employ the same tactics in a debate with Donald Trump that she used against Mike Pence, such as expressing frustration when interrupted and emphasizing that a woman is speaking to assert her presence. While this approach resonated with some during her vice presidential debate, the question remains whether it would be effective against Trump.
I'm speaking. Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Well, wait.
I'm speaking.
It'd be important if you said the truth.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Okay. If you don't mind letting me finish, we can then have a conversation, okay?
Please.
Okay.
Non-answer.
Trying to answer you
The
now.
American people deserve a straight answer.
I will not sit here and be lectured by the Vice President. I'm speaking. Yeah, I'm about to. I will not be lectured by the Vice President.
If Kamala Harris avoids directly debating her policies, she risks losing any potential debate against Donald Trump. Trump's debate style is known for being confrontational and relentless, often forcing his opponents to defend their records. If Harris sidesteps these policy discussions, it could appear as though she lacks confidence in her own positions or is unwilling to be held accountable for her administration's actions. You made it to the end. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, then please leave a comment. We love to hear from all of you. Until next time, it's been your boy Billy with Disputes, and we'll see you in the next one.